So what is the VLOOKUP in Excel? The VLOOKUP function in Excel is a tool for looking up a piece of information in a table or data set and extracting some corresponding information. In simple terms, the VLOOKUP function says the following to Excel. Look for this piece of information, like an employee code, in this data set, which is in the table, an Excel sheet, and tell me some corresponding information about it. In this case, it's the employee. So we're going to be putting in a badge number from this Excel sheet, and then what we're going to end up with the result is what's the person's name. So in this data sheet, if you notice, the last column on the very right is a concatenate from an earlier exercise where we took the person's first name and the last name. We used the country. In this case, we use the first name and the last name, and we put it into this column. So now that when we actually search for the badge number from this data set, we get the results of the person's name. Now, this is a pretty simple data set. There's only about 97 rows, something like that. But this could be used, same formula could be used in a very large Excel sheet, and we'd be able to pull up information. This is probably, it's at the top, but probably the top 5 Excel formulas that is being used in Excel. Basically, there's 2 cells here. We're clicking in the name cell, typing in equals VLOOKUP, and at that point, this will pop up telling you what the values are that need to be entered. The first area is the lookup value. This is where the cell is. So we're clicking on the cell above this particular cell. Then we're actually entering in the next area, which is the table array. So that goes from the very top left to the very bottom right, but do not put in the header values, just where the data is. And so in this case now we're going to add A2 to H97, comma. Then the next area is the column index number. If you notice, there's actually 8 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where the name is that we want. So we're going to type in the number 8, comma. And then next you'll see it'll be true or false. False means we want an exact match. True means we want something similar. We hit the enter key. And now we'll say NA because there's nothing in there. Now I'll just add a number. And if you notice, the person's name came up. So you can format this a little bit. Text, left cell, whatever. Bold. And you can see the names. You might, names are sometimes bigger, so you could stretch the cell out a little bit. But see, here's number 12. We'll put in number 12. Names changed to Emily Clark. Let's cross-reference that across. Yes, it's Emily Clark. So it is working. So a really big table, you could be able to pull out information very quickly. If you'd like to go back and look to see what formula you actually entered in each cell, you can just click on it. And if you notice up here in the top, it actually tells you exactly what the numbers are. And you can actually edit the numbers there too. If you click in the other cell, you see there's just 14 in there. But this cell here is actually the formula, and it shows right up there on the top.